These kids still dying in the streets at war. On the block running from the police at war.
Welcome once again. This is the IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad. This is your Frontline show. It's been a minute since I've been here. What has been 30 days, Wanda? So IntellectualRadio.com. Y'all back on point. Let's get back on point. You know, a lot of things have happened since that. This is the Frontline show, Tyrone Muhammad. So with that being said, people, live call-ins. I'm expecting to hear from you, especially my intellectual radio fans and supporters. That's 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953 for live call-ins. This is the Frontline show, sponsored by hashtag support your local weed man. Y'all know the movement. Hashtag support your local weed man. At support your local weed man. And supportyourlocalweedman.com. This has been an eventful 2 months. Starting with the incident on the Dan Ryan Expressway, which has due to the house arrest situation, or shall I say the GPS system that was on my ankle that gave me a 7 to 7 curfew. I was unable to be here, but Greg and Snoop, my comrades, held it down, and I'm back. Y'all already know what it is. We have already declared and staged our 7-day sit-in from open to close at the Cure Relief Dispensary right out there on Weed Street out north. That's 923 West Weed Street. We're there every day from 10 o'clock to close. The comrades are there now holding it down because this is Tuesday and this is my intellectual radio day. Once again, call in live. That's 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. If you got any questions, if you got any suggestions, statements as it relates to all that we've been through, let's just go down the line. Everything seemed to be going well for us as it relates to that the Dan Ryan situation. I got a court date coming up. I think it's September the 2nd. That's a little, got a little time with that, so I can continue to be on the front line, y'all, and making things happen. But I'm praying and I'm hoping that we will be successful, even in that situation. It's nothing. It's small to me, and God is in control. Secondly, y'all know for months, probably for the last 2 years, Tyrone Muhammad personally and ECCSC as an organization has been on the front line and in the forefront of social equity, fighting for social equity in the cannabis industry. The cannabis industry has this month alone made, or poised to make, shall I say last month, made $119 million. Last month, the cannabis industry in Illinois made $119 million. The month before that, they made $114 or $15 million. What does that say to us that's listening? What do that say to you that's listening? Right now, young men are still being incarcerated, black men, for cannabis. They're still being incarcerated for cannabis, and cannabis is being used as a weapon against them, in that now those officers or those that making arrests are able to ride up on them to do illegal search and seizures and say, hey, I'm smelling cannabis in your car. We saw you smoking weed. So they pull your son over, your nephew over, your cousin over. And then often they find illegal guns, or at least that's what they allege. I'm not saying that these young men should be riding around with guns. I'm not saying that, because y'all know me, I fight. I'm into violence prevention, and I look to help my young brothers, my little homies, get off the street. So maybe, sometime is necessary, and maybe as it relates to the violence and the death of our community, and we killing one another. I'm not saying it's okay for them to have guns in the cars. What I'm saying is, don't use cannabis as a tool to rationalize or justify taking our children off these streets and losing our lives forever, while white men are allowed to profit and prosper in this industry of cannabis that has for 40 years, or 50 years for that matter, ushered black men and boys into the prison system. It is unacceptable to me that it's okay for white men to have license while black men sit back, languish in prisons and the graveyards because of the war on drugs. If you're not familiar with the war on drugs, people, I want to just talk to you about two different situations. One being the 1982 Reagan's war on drugs. The second being 1994 Clinton crime bill, which was also sanctioned and ushered in with the help of Joe Biden and other senators at the time. And during that 1994 crime bill with President Clinton, hundreds of thousands of black men was removed from the streets. Even under Obama, black men was removed off the streets for drugs. Now here we are. The cannabis industry has used expungement and repairing the ills and the grievances caused by the war on drugs as a tool to justify making cannabis legal, while black men, still sit in prison to this day over drug sales, over weed sales. Black men to this day are being arrested for the sale of marijuana. This is appalling to me. This makes no sense. And you should be outraged as well. So we standing and we have stood and fought in front of all of these dispensaries, a number of dispensaries, to say to the cannabis big giant, the cannabis giant, that it's unacceptable for you to think that you will be able to profit off the very product that destroyed called disinvestment to our community, violated our communities in the name of so-called illegal product, illegal drugs. Nationally, weed is still considered a Schedule I drug. But locally, weed has been used in Illinois as a tool for that dirty religion or practice, and to removing black men and boys off the streets. Everyone should be appalled by this. Everyone should be on the front line with us at 923 West Weed Street every day. If you can't come by but for 5 minutes and blow your horn, you should be there while we're out on the front line demanding reparation. We're saying before you can even sanction licenses for dispensaries or grow, there should have been immediate expungement towards the cases or past cases, or those brothers that's languishing in prison should have been immediately released, and expungement thereafter. After you expunge these individuals, every family, community, neighborhood that was destroyed by the war on drugs, that means we fighting for you, black man, black woman, that was destroyed by the war on drugs. We're saying to you, black man and black woman, that you should be in this fight. We're not fighting for reparations for ourselves. In this case, we're fighting for reparations to make sure that our community has the resources to begin to repair themselves economically. We need to own businesses. We need the housing. We need to own we need mental health treatment. We need all of the aspects of things, parenting classes, health screenings. We need everything we could possibly receive to get us back to make us whole or to get us to wellness. It is unacceptable for white men to profit and to receive licenses before that ever happened. Secondly, all the taxes that is acquired or accumulated as a result of purchasing cannabis should go to the community first. Should go to the community first before any one of those police department, companies that claim to practice violence prevention, all these different groups that receive the tax dollars that's claiming to be about the business of resurrecting and saving our communities. Those tax dollars should go towards repairing and reparation for the damage caused by the war on drugs, or removing black men off these streets, and then leaving our women and children to suffer abuses, to be terrorized by their own children, nephew, cousins, uncles, and even fathers. This is appalling. Want to talk more about this? I got my guest coming on in a few, and we Nigel, we're gonna have him here, and we're gonna talk more about this issue. But people, we on the front line, we at war, and we need your help. So with that being said, remember, we'll be back in a few minutes, but please call in at 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. I would love to hear from you. Thank you.
My soul ain't strong enough to stop me. I'm out of control. This the matrix. I'm Neo. I know that I know. I am that I am. That's why I speak so bold. On the verge of losing hope. I know where to go. Switch my style from singing vocals to magical flows. Study the streets a little closer. One with the ghetto. Got wise as I got older. Unloaded the metal. New millennium rebel. After that federal dollar. Balanced the world on my shoulders. I know my soldiers will follow. We at war. Cause kids still dying in the streets at war. On the block running from the police at war. In the US, this ain't the Middle East at war. With the problems in my own community and the swore. It's the only way to fight an enemy. Lord, save my father from this bottom of Hennessy. What more can I give? I'm giving all of me. And for real, it's only getting hotter for me. Harder to see and harder to breathe. And there's only one remedy. I gotta be smarter than my enemies.
In the water. In the water, children, now wait. In the water, God's in trouble.
I'm being chased by demons that triple team, exposed to false religions. I'm hated by jealous niggas that don't wanna see me living my life scarred from living hope. Pulling up papers, I'm chasing paper, no holds barred. Peace of mind, I get divine, my heart's cold. Got the friends, my last road dog turned me in. Because the war would never change. Who takes the blame for bad decisions? So many missing for following orders. Cause he ain't giving, got the world tripping. They push prison at us young niggas. That's why we haven't had triggers, won't let the war get us. I'm not alone with the way that I feel. It's like millions I can touch and they still roaming the field. I am am what I am, and best believe I'm following me. A guinea pig, I refuse to be. The streets got a hold on so many lost souls. It's old. I pray to God he starts letting them go. No, I'm not a fool, and I'm definitely not following rules, hoping that the Lord pulls me through.
When I'm at the gates, standing before Christ, and he's flipping through the pages in the book of life. Final judgments being made as he look in my eyes. All I can vision is the wrong that I've done in my life. Close my eyes as I look back at the sky, the puzzle pieces. Demons to try to stop me, and all I wanted was freedom, better living for my people. Did you ever hear my cry? In my mind, I never understood why we were born to die. Die.
Wade in the water, children, now wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
This was suicide. I used to think with a pistol. Now I know the war's meant to bullets can't fight these issues. Nothing's clear, it's all static. Possible jail time if I load this automatic. Black votes about to expire. We yelling, democratic, we unify. That's why you see passion in my eyes. I'm still at it. We should devise a real plan. Barter votes to the party that's giving us farmland. It's all about the money, right? Men that tell you they try to charge you for sunlight. This ain't a dream. I say you no lies. All I can acknowledge is only put us further behind. If we don't know who we are, how can we see the vision before we die? All my cousin wanted was better living. He didn't find it. All he found was Hell's Kitchen. Underground and his kids missing was real sickening to lose another real nigga. To the trap, to the streets, and they wonder how we cope with these tragedies. Boxing with the devil, we've been fighting all my life. I was raised in the ghetto, we the children of the night. Oh God, can you help us? We are Israelites. We lost and need shelter from the snake about to bite.
Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, now wade in the water.
Welcome back to the Frontline Show. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad. Hashtag support your local weed, man. Hashtag support your local weed, man. Hashtag support your local weed, man. And ECCSC. Listen, people. I got a guest here who's been on the front line for a while now, with our little homies out here, stopping the violence, doing what he can to intervene in some of the thought processes of some of these young men. And he here to help us, get at a lot of the knowledge and information that I'm telling you all about. Yes, and Najee Muhammad, hey, tell the people who you are, they listening, man, and what you do.
Man, first, bro, I want to thank you for all that you're doing, and the brothers at ECCSC and other brothers and sisters that affiliated with ECCSC and yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because if we don't do it, who's going to do it? And
it's going to take us to save us.
It's going to take us to save us. And I really believe that. And that's just not a slogan. That's just not a slogan. Them brothers out there. We out there. They out there sweating, everything. Throat dry, But they also doing it themselves, trying to build something for ourselves. So my name is Najee Islam. Some of you may know me as Candido, my given name. But Najee means beneficial and useful. And I'm right now making myself beneficial and useful. I came from that community, from the Austin area, West Side. I came from that area where, marijuana is the reason why the industry today, marijuana is the reason why the industry today is so prosperous, because it's prosperous on the backs of black people, our flesh, our death, our living too, because those prisons are full. They full. And they start you out with pulling you over for smelling weed, so-called smelling it. Then they say they view a blunt in your ashtray. That's how they get you to pull over. Then they tell you didn't make a right turn. And while you're arguing about that, they pulling you out the car, slamming you on the ground. And this was going on in the 80s and the 90s and today. But for those who don't know, Curaleaf and its affiliates are responsible, as well as others who turn a blind eye. And them brothers out there, I'm out there when I can, every day, protesting this, letting the people know that that 30% tax that they paying is not going to those who need it the most.
And that's been the issue. Now, listen, bro, we've been fighting this fight for like almost 3 years, and I think we have a lot of hands into and a lot of effort into why the legislators are looking to figure out how to craft this thing to get some black people in it, right? And you would think that why do we do all this fighting anyway? It should have been that way before our black legislators and officials even allow it to pass, right? So it takes us to bring attention and awareness, and I kind of get it, bro, because if we was in the streets and no one saw us dealing and moving a certain way, and they didn't protest it, we have no opposition to what we was doing, we wasn't gonna wake them up either.
No, you can't wake them up.
So we gonna eat off of, we gonna eat off of their ignorance. The whole world, bro, every foreigner, everybody with money, everybody outside of our community eat off our ignorance and our dead flesh, bro. Everybody eat off our dead flesh. And then we stand on the front line saying we want reparations to fix the damage caused by the war on drugs. And our people sit back and go to sleep, bro. Yeah. I know why they sleep. You here now. Talk about why they sleep and why it's imperative for them to get at that with this business with.
They sleep because they stuck in the matrix. That's where they at, in the matrix. The red and the blue pill. What the guy tell him? The guy say in when he's eating the steak, the man eating the steak, he say, I know this steak ain't real, but it just tastes good. It feel good. Now we know that this cannabis industry is not real because our sons, our daughters, our kids, our fathers, some of our grandfathers have bared the responsibility of building the marijuana industry, and now they benefit from it. So either you're gonna take the blue pill and wake up, or you're gonna take the red pill.
We got a caller. Caller, come on in. This is the Frontline Show. Who's calling? Where you calling from?
Hey, Tom. Man, this is guy B, man. I'm calling from south side of Chicago.
What's up, B? Talk about it, brother.
Talk about it, bro.
Man, first of all, man, I got mad respect for you guys, man. I believe that you guys are real men, and real men stand up for what they believe in, no matter what the consequences may be. You know, from what we saying on the video, with you guys standing up to the police and everything, a lot of us guys, you know, we may in that situation may not reacted the way that you guys did, you know, because of fear or whatever, man. But just seeing that video, man, definitely sparked something in me, you know what I'm saying, as a man looking at that situation. Like if I was in a situation where I had to protect myself, a family, man, the police, they're just men like we are, you know, and you guys brought that to the light, you know what I'm saying. Even though they may wear a badge, they still, we all men, you know, and we could work it out, we could solve it out. But anytime you disrespect me as a man, you know what I'm saying, I have a right to retaliate, man. But what I was calling in, I appreciate everything you guys doing with the dispensary and everything like that, standing up, man. But what are we going to do as far as our communities, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to lie, I don't have to fake a front. Man, when I'm in the city of Chicago, I was born and raised in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I go different places or whatnot, but occasionally, you know, you will get that animosity from your own kind, you know, and I just feel like you guys are in position to start sitting people down, these gangs, these infractions, man, and start trying to make peace, man, so we can stop the shooting. I don't have to check my rear view every time I'm riding, because most of the time I'm not checking my rear view, you know what I'm saying, for a Caucasian, you know what I'm saying, I'm checking my rear view for somebody that looks just like me, you know what I'm saying,
sir.
Whether they
well
thinking I got money or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Well said.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, B, man. It's on, man. Well, make sure if you get a chance, and hopefully tomorrow, come by there. We at 923 West Weed Street. Everybody and their mama should be out there standing with us. If we would have,
like I said, when we all went down there to the CHA building, that was an incident. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you guys had the power, because when we all went down there, it was people from everywhere, man. South side, west side, they was putting up on the buses like South side in here. Man, I love to see stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. But love to y'all brothers. Much respect, man. When I can make it down now, I'll make it down now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
So what he was saying is, see, we have the power to change the streets. But what happens is, and I want people to really understand this so they can know for sure why resources is necessary.
That's right.
We got a $2 billion plus police budget. Then the CARE Act, under the COVID government CARE Act, gave the police department another $200 million. Then they spent millions to protect white folks' corporate America property downtown, and got overtime dollars for that. When these corporations are billion-dollar corporations, they can hire their own security. They shouldn't use our tax dollars to protect corporations. While we sit back and watch this, they protected corporations from us, but we pay them to protect corporations from us. So with that being said, you got 23,000 police cars, and you got 23,000 police officers, and you got 3,000 police cars.
Yeah.
How can we cover?
We just seen them coming around now.
Ain't no question. But we gonna show. I'm get back to that point. I want to get this caller. Caller, come on. This is Tyrone Muhammad. This is the Frontline Show.
What you say?
You own the Frontline Show. Your name and where you from?
30% more than what they were charging, and say, "Come get it from us." Hello.
What up, Greg?
What's going on? We just wanted to check in from the location and let you know all is still good. We shutting them down.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no question.
Yes, sir.
That's it. I know y'all got it. We the change we want to see, and I appreciate everybody. You got anything you want to say to the people listening?
Yeah, y'all have to support us. If we don't support us, who will?
Yes, sir.
We have to all be outraged that our brothers and sisters still locked up for this same product they selling on this block, man.
Yes, sir.
They took so much from us in the 90s, and the 80s, and the 2000s. They took our cars. They took our properties. Come on, man. Y'all got to support by word of mouth, by a button, a share, by a donate. You have to get in support of this for our children's future. But y'all brothers stand strong. We got this. We here till they close down.
I know that, bro.
All right, brother. So back on that level, right? Before I go to what Greg just said, 3,000 police cars. Listen, bro, we as an organization have 10. We cover a lot of ground in this city.
Yeah.
They got 3,000 plus cars, bro. Yeah. That shows you that, and then people act as though we supposed to respond like the police, businesses. They protecting businesses from us from standing on it. It's a
what you say yesterday that that they protecting legal dope houses, but kick our doors in.
Welcome, caller. This is Tyrone Muhammad on the Frontline Show. Who's calling? Where you calling from?
Hey, this Snoop, man. What's happening?
Man, what's up?
What's up, Snoop?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Hey, I just wanted to say, man, we still out here, man, keeping this whole demonstration going. We ain't letting up not one bit.
Yes,
We're
sir.
applying pressure, man, from sun up to sundown, Monday through Friday. We need all supporters, man, to chime in and show up and show out.
Yes, sir.
But we hit those.
923.
Big homie.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. I love y'all, man, and y'all are comrades, man. And we here. We gonna hold it down everywhere.
Keep it going.
Peace and blessings.
Man, listen. Hey, just to let people know, man, they done did too much to us, man, over these years, man. Enough is enough. There's no way possible that these same people that taught this propaganda in school about drug dealing and selling drugs is going to sit here and open up $1 million facilities all over the city, and we don't get a piece of the pie.
That's
the
right.
whole they got us fucked up, bro.
They got that.
My language. Y'all got to put some money in that bucket, man.
Earl done took the money and spent it.
Hey, but I just want to say, man, love, man, and we out here, man. See you tomorrow.
Oh, no
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, I guess they'll get to that. Okay, this point. That's what I'm saying. Our ability to respond. The police have, and I must break this down to y'all people in case y'all don't know. They got a $2 billion police budget to respond. IDOC has a multi-billion-dollar budget to respond to violence. The county jail system have a multi-billion dollars to respond. We out here preventing murders,
Right.
and we don't have $100 million to prevent.
Right. What about prevention?
They have $2 billion. They have probably $7 to $8 billion of response dollars. They don't give us $100 million to prevent. And with all the organizations, the violence prevention organizations out here, and I don't think none of them responding the way we responding, and we don't have none of the resources, bro.
Losing their life out
You
here.
understand what I'm saying? Brothers are dying out here on the front line, bro.
Hey, let me get a
Go
shout
ahead.
out too, man. This brother Dante Buchanan, good brother. He worked at the Institute for Nonviolent Chicago, outreach worker. He's dead now. He's died. He died doing something that he loved, and that's preventing us from hurting one another. But what a lot of people don't recognize, and they might say, but just don't recognize, how many shootings that we actually stop.
No, they don't, because they not shooting.
We just don't show up,
know
right?
why?
They're not the shooters.
No. They don't recognize because the news media don't highlight that we stopped 300-400 shootings.
Oh, yeah, they don't want to highlight that. That's
They
not
don't
good
recognize,
for
and
the
our
cause.
communities don't recognize, because the shootings don't turn to, the potential shootings that we stop don't turn to murders
Right.
on they loved ones.
Right.
And that. So
On
we
prevention.
don't get no love on that level from the elected officials and even the police, if that's the case, because they still judge us as though we still criminals.
Exactly.
And our communities, I always like to, almost like, man, I wish I could just quit.
But you can't.
No, I can't.
Because it's like
I can't.
waking up in the
because
morning
it
and
hurts
gotta
so
drink some
bad,
water.
right?
You gotta have it. You
I
gotta
had
be
to
involved.
sit back, bro.
You got to.
I had to sit
It's
back
terrible.
in prison for 21 years watching everybody accept all type of BS, bro. I sat back and watched them accept all the blight, all the young men coming in and out of prison. I sat back and watched that crap.
They didn't want
bro.
to tell you what you can't do.
Can't do and can't.
Ain't that
Oh,
something?
they told me you should never come out and call your organization ex-cons for community and social.
They're not accepting that. It don't sound right.
It's not politically correct.
Well, it don't
It should
feel
be
right
returning.
to be a
You mean
ex-con.
returning citizen? First of all, the guys I represent never felt like citizens in their own
in the
community.
first place.
How you gonna
Right.
return to something you're not a citizen of?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
We don't own no land, no real estate, no businesses. And then they say, why they tear up their own neighborhood when they ride? Because
Right.
they don't own nothing.
Right.
That ain't
What-
their neighborhood.
What happens when you mad when somebody miss a strike or something? You throw some in your house, so stop playing. You mad too. You just mad in another way. We talking about our lives. And what the brother had mentioned about how, and I respect that. The brother had mentioned about how we were about each other.
Yeah.
We were about each other because we bought in.
Yeah.
We ops, my op. I hate that stuff. Hashtag we are not ops. We are not ops. We are not ops. We are not oppositions. We not each other oppressors.
And we're not folks or people,
None of that
because
stuff,
folks
'cause-
and people,
and
we
family.
are actually
Family.
folks and people. Because
We
folks
family.
mean people and people mean folks.
And all of them family. And all of it is family. But we get caught up in that, man, we are not ops. Why you think they allow you to keep saying we ops all on your music?
Yeah.
They allow you to do that. But you don't understand who your ops is. You don't even know who your oppressor is. The same one who giving you that time. You calling him your op, but y'all got the same judge.
The state's
You calling him
attorney
your op.
and a
State's
lawyer,
attorneys.
they have your public defender, your lawyer, and the state's attorney both in the same fraternity.
But that's your op.
They both Masons.
We ops.
They both.
Y'all got to know who your ops is, who your opponents is, and who your oppressors. That's the same one who has getting built off the backs of black people. And that's why I support your local weed man. Hashtag support your local weed man. That's what the reason for the season. Why are you giving 30% to a dispensary? Because you say it's legal now. I got to do it legally. No, you don't. What about the local weed man?
That's foolishness.
That's foolishness.
Let me tell you.
When the federal government said it's illegal. Right. So it's still illegal.
It's still illegal.
Stop playing.
Now, it's still illegal. It's still considered federally a Schedule I drug, and I don't care what they say state. Remember, people, the federal government said slavery was no longer legal.
Right.
But other states said, no, you are a slave. So they created the Fugitive Slave Act. Right. They had police, they would call them officers. They went and got your butt back from the free states and brought you back to the slave states. And these same people, officers, I call them today slave catchers.
Oh, that's who they are.
They slave catchers. They sit right in front of that. They do the bidding of corporate America. They do the bidding of the government. Police do not work for the communities. They kill us wholesale, and yet we supposed to trust them. Bro,
I seen it. Not to cut you off. It's just when I'm thinking about this, I seen a ad going on my way to Curaleaf that said, police wear these. It was a bulletproof vest to make it home. Well, black people don't have bulletproof vests like that.
Y'all battle well. Y'all better find out how we need to figure out how to give out a bulletproof vest campaign for our communities.
While we getting hog-tied, they see a look, they say they smell some weed, but that's reason enough to slap you and throw you down on the ground. And if you have been a victim of this, put them hearts on there. Put them hearts on there. I should see 1,000 hearts.
And I'm about to say this to the people listening. We fighting on the front line. We up front. Please do not come crying and running up thinking you got something coming. When you see us benefiting off the hard work that we do and keeping our boot up these corporate giants' butt, don't come thinking you supposed to share in our billions of dollars that we about to get.
And that's how it usually goes.
You don't go. You're going to be mad all you want to because you sat back and watch us do this fight, and automatically you're going to have something to say when we enrich our community and build our community, and you sitting back working. Stop being workers and start being bosses of our community. And by being bosses of our situation. That's what we're dealing with right now, bro. We on the front line fighting, and even the so-called equity persons that got their applications in, they sit back and watch us do this fight, bro. You know why they don't come out?
They do.
Because they about to get their license, right? So they think again.
They holding on.
They about to be tricked again. It's been some years.
And they still waiting.
They don't want to say 20 of last year, 2020, or whatever it was. They still waiting. So we're going to create the change we want to see by standing on them and saying, listen, our 30% that goes into tax dollars, that goes from the taxes, we demanding an accounting. We demanding Freedom of Information Act to do a whole investigation with the Kwame Raoul. I will be coming to your office soon. Yes. After this protest, we will be coming in force as a community of ex-cons to your office, demanding that you have an investigation into J.B. Pritzker.
That's right.
All these elected officials who took money under the table to allow 75 licenses to be given to white men only, none to black people. And they out here fighting. We asking that you, federal Kwame Raoul, Attorney General, give us an investigation to KMPG and all these accounting firms that accounted and tabulated the applications that said all of those black applications, thousands, was no good.
It gotta be an investigation.
I want to follow the money. I love to follow the money. I want to follow the money.
Investigate. And what's crazy, black people know how to do math real good, except for this issue of marijuana.
What? This should be the issue we line up
30%? Is y'all serious? You left your local weed man. You left your local weed man to pay 30% on taxes on some
something.
weed.
You getting.
You
paying 30% on a 3.5.
Support your local weed man. Hashtag support your local weed man. I
support your local weed man.
Support your local weed man.
Go on Instagram.
That ain't good math. 30%.
Nah, it's not.
30%. 5%. I don't know. It's mean how far you got to go. 30%. Do the math. That ain't good math.
The fact that I see black people going to dispensaries,
lining up,
and inherently racist dispensaries, and inherently prejudiced dispensaries with no equity, no inclusion. You got little white people, little girls from Wilmette, Glencoe, Winnetka, Highland Park, Kenilworth, never sold a dope in their life, behind the counter selling dope. You, as an ex-con, can't even work in a dispensary. Little homies, stop killing each other.
Man.
They making billions of dollars, man.
We are not ops.
Billions of dollars, bro. They lock us up, and they make billions of dollars. Pure Relief, Cresco, GTI, Acreage, Truist. They got all these big multi cannabis company, what they call multi-state operators, bro.
And what's funny is people, often say about what's going on out here in these streets. Did y'all notice that the economy in the street is messed up?
You know why?
You don't think that don't have no effect on our community? That's for that economy to be off like that? But you think it's not me. Somebody told me earlier, like, man, I ain't got no, hey, all right, it ain't no problem till some one of them shorties up in your house. It ain't no problem.
And they coming.
Until they pulling you up out your car.
And they come or shooting
not
your wife
justify,
or your
but I'm
child.
just saying,
nah.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah. We at war, bro. War. Let's talk about that war after this break.
They in the matrix.
Listen, y'all. Call in 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. We talking about this war. We talking about this war on drugs against black people. We talking about cannabis. We talking about even this construction because we coming to see you too, Amazon.
That's right. Support your local weed man. That's right, bro. Man. I can't do it.
God's gonna trouble water.
You ain't got enough money to buy my soul. Ain't strong enough to stop me. I'm out of control. This the matrix, I'm Neo. I know that I know. I am that I am. So I speak so bold. On the verge of losing hope. I know where to go. Switch my style from singing vocals to magical flows. Study the streets a little closer. One with the ghetto. Got wise as I got older. Unloaded the metal. New millennium rebel. After that federal dollar. Balance the world on my shoulders. I know my soldiers are following your war. Cause kids still dying in the streets at war. On the block running from the police at war. With the US, this ain't the Middle East at war. With the problems in my own community and the swore. It's the only way to fight an enemy. Lord, save my father from this bottom to Hennessy. What more can I give? I'm giving all of me. And for real, it's only getting hotter for me. Harder to see and harder to breathe. And there's only one remedy. I gotta be smarter than my enemies.
In the water. Wade in the water, children, now wade in the water. God's gonna trouble water.
I'm being chased by demons that triple team, exposed to false religions. I'm hated by jealous niggas that don't want to see me living my life scarred from living hope. Pulling up papers, chasing paper, no holds barred. Peace of mind, and yet to find my heart's cold. Got the friends, my last road dog turned me in. The cost of war would never change. Who takes the blame for bad decisions? So many missing for following orders. Cause he'll giving, got the world tripping. They put some prison at us young niggas. That's why we haven't had triggers, won't let the war get us. I'm not alone with the way that I feel. It's like millions out the clutching this steel, roaming the field. I am what I am, and best believe I'm following me. A guinea pig, I refuse to be in the streets. Got a hold on so many lost souls and sold. I pray to God he starts letting me go. No, I'm not a fool in the if you're not following rules, hoping that the Lord pulls me through. When I'm at the gates, standing before Christ, and he's flipping through the pages in the book of life. Final judgments being made as he look in my eyes. All I can vision is the wrong that I've done in my life. Close my eyes as I look back at the sky, the puzzle pieces. Demons to try to stop me, and all I wanted was freedom, better living for my people. Did you ever hear my cry? In my mind, I never understood why we were born to die. Die, die.
In the water, children now in the water.
Welcome back to the Frontline Show. Hashtag support your local Weedman. At support your local Weedman. ECCSC.org for your support and donation. Go to ECCSC.org to support or donate. And for those who always say, what's your cash app? $ MALIK108. That is $ MALIK108. That means King 108, Malik
Support.
108.
Support.
Thank you, people, for the support that you have given. I want to say that. I can't say that enough. To thank everyone who support us in our efforts to bring about social justice and to bring about change. Hey, man, I'm so happy, bro. If I didn't see it, I won't believe it. We have white sisters coming out, bro, of their workplaces, standing with us,
and
man, not ashamed and threatening to lose their jobs, bro, saying that this whole cannabis industry, they say they so ashamed to even work there because they don't even know, bro, of the violations that to be able to still be in prison for cannabis and then to still get arrested every day for cannabis and to not have one black-owned dispensary, bro, in this state. That should, listen, white folks should feel,
that's
listen,
blatant.
Bro.
That's
man,
a blatant disrespect.
That's a in your face saying, listen, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
That's blatant. Ain't
bro,
no mistake.
We standing out
we
there
didn't
like,
even get a token.
Bro, if ex-cons didn't do this, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like you say, the brother just got killed, bro,
Man, that brother
for saving lives, right? I get death threats at least twice a month, bro.
Because you want to build a community.
Listen, I get death threats at least twice a month, and then I'm always on the front line telling you where I'm at.
Right.
Come on, I'm right here. You can kill me now. I'm just showing you, bro.
That phone,
I'm just showing you that we here on the front line fighting with all the ills that's given out to us, and I'm still not running, stopping the fight.
Right.
They ain't getting no death threat.
Right, none.
They ain't even on the front line of no issues, but every time you look on Facebook, I see every opinion in their mama on their opinion. And even the mama got an opinion about the streets, and she ain't never been in them.
Ain't even seen it.
So what I'm saying is we on the front line, they on the internet. They talking heads. And they won't share, they won't send a nickel, they won't do anything, bro. But yet they will call me and say, hey, how can you help my son?
And they don't see everything you do.
No,
they don't see everything we do.
Listen, man.
And it's not even about that. It's just bringing awareness. It's not even, you don't even see everything.
I want you to see certain things so you can see. Y'all don't see me when I slap somebody. I don't let y'all see that.
You can't see that.
I don't show you everything. It's like ain't nowhere in the world that, you know what I'm saying? I don't show you the domestic situation when women call me when they boyfriend beating them up. I don't go live on that. Brother Tyrone, the brother over here putting his hands on me. Man, that is crazy, bro.
They don't see when you stop a shooting. And Shorty got that 30 on him. And he got it on and want to do it. But he decided, you know what? I'm going to sleep this one off.
They don't see you when you jump out the car.
And for some of these shorties, all they need is just somebody to just say something right there. Like, hey, bro, just sleep on this for the night. Just sleep on it.
That's exactly.
And once he lay down for about 30 minutes, you call him. Hey, how you doing?
You know what I get him with all the time? Prevention. You know what I get them with all the time? You ain't no ops. Because when we get in them prison cells, the Vice Lord, the Stone, the GD, the BD become your big friend.
What we eat?
Yeah, what we eating. Now you ain't got nothing in your box. Nobody, the Vice Lord, the folks, the folks and people ain't sending you no money on commissary. And guess who you got to eat with? If you GD, you eating out the Vice Lord box.
Right. You know that's
if you
right.
Vice Lord, you eating out the GD's box.
That's right. You know that's
I
right.
mean, they actually literally put you in the cell with somebody that's an opposition according to this.
They not gonna ask you, yo, Sally get into it with the police. Guess what? They not gonna ask you, wait a minute, what mob you in? They gonna come in there and beat both y'all down. They don't care what mob you in. They don't care about none of that. We not ops. Hashtag we're not ops. Hashtag support your local weed man. We gonna get it right around here. We gonna get this right.
Man, listen, bro. I ain't nothing. There's nothing I'd rather do. Man, I could be making all the money in the world, bro. I'm telling you, when we talk about this, bro, people don't even believe it.
They don't believe it.
You know how much they offer good, strong black men to just go away?
They try to get them out the way, man. They try to get them out the way.
If they can't buy you, they kill you.
Yeah. Or they gonna try their best to discredit you.
Oh, they do that good.
They gonna try their
best. And a lot of
best.
times they do that with our own sisters.
Oh, yeah. That's who they got to go through. Because they the mothers. They the mothers. They got to go through them.
Sisters, don't be, and it's our fault because we have violated y'all.
Exactly.
But don't be a tool for the enemy against your brothers.
That's right.
Sisters, I'm going to say it again. Please stop slandering, backbiting. Do not be a tool for the enemy against your brother.
Talking about your baby daddy in front of the kids.
Oh, wow.
Please stop.
Don't
that.
stop.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Give your child a chance to know his father.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of that. And I'm tired of showing up, man, in domestic situations, bro, where brothers that seem like they think it's okay to put their fist in a woman's mouth.
That's crazy.
Cause she got a mouth.
That's
really,
crazy.
she got
Cut
a
it
mouth
out.
for real. Y'all got
Cut
some
it
mouths, sister. But walk on the way, man. Get on up out the picture.
Yeah.
Because,
use your head.
hey, man, if she got problems and issues too. And we haven't been the best leaders of our households, bro.
No, we haven't.
We have fallen short, you know.
Because if you're not raising your kids, you guess what? Somebody gonna raise them. Somebody gonna teach them something.
The penitentiary raise them,
Most
or the
definitely.
graveyard to raise them.
Yeah.
How would you one you want? And it seemed like all we control, the only two elements we control in this world is graveyards and prisons.
Fill them up.
Bro, we control graveyards and prison, man. Our bodies at the early age death, man. Shorties, stop killing each other, man. We working on, man. We gonna get y'all some resources. We gonna keep fighting for you, little homies.
Hook or crook,
we fighting for you, man, so we can put some bags in them communities. I guarantee you we gonna put some bags in them communities.
But you gotta know who your ops is, your real ops, not each other. Each other is not the ops. You gotta look at the injustice system. You gotta look at this marijuana industry. You gotta look at the prison industry. Them the ops. Them your oppositions, them are your oppressors. How we gonna be opposition against each other and we both gotta get on the ground when the police come? But we oppositions? Stop playing. Stop looking at yourself like that. It's the mind. They try to mold the mind and allow you to do it. Just keep molding it, letting you know that y'all hate each other. Every time you see something on TV, it's like, black people must really hate each other. I was brainwashed like that about 30 years ago. Yeah, black people just hate each other. We don't hate each other no more than nobody else. We dealing with a corrupt economic system, a corrupt criminal injustice system, and a corrupt everything else that break up the black family. They broke up the black family with marijuana. Ain't that something?
They destroyed our community with the very same product they now profit off of.
Hey,
listen, they not only had prison stocks, they have marijuana stock. And Curaleaf, you keep playing with us. We're going to sink your stock. Look what Jordan, listen to that. Look him up, y'all. His name is His name is Boris, Boris Jordan, Jordan, multi-billionaire,
Boris
1.6, $1.9, $2 billion net worth. Listen, he said that he's expanding across the country, that in Arizona, it's a $3 billion black market.
Wow.
Listen, bro.
Wow.
They already calculated that it's $3 billion black market. So if he's saying it's $3 billion black market, we're going to beat him now.
Right.
Hashtag support your local weed man. Support your local weed man. We going to beat him there.
And guess what's going to happen to the economy?
And when we say this, now we take that wealth and we build our community. We send our sons to college. Send our sons to law school. Right. We train our sons in construction to develop these vacant lots and develop these. We drive foreigners out our communities, bro. And we buy the grocery stores and the gas station. Now you gonna either partner with us and be in partnership with us as black men so we can feed our community and our families, or you get the hell out of our communities, bro.
You might as well. Might as well, because you ain't getting nothing right now. Ain't getting nothing. Nothing. The black dollar don't circulate, but 7 seconds or something?
It's not us.
In the black community. Come on,
we not getting it.
We not getting it. We it's just not sinking in. But what's gonna sink in is when they arrest your son. What's gonna sink in when they get your daughter. When they arrest your grandson for weed. Lock them up. Yeah, they still locking our babies up for weed. I went to court for a brother with him last year over a bag of weed. Stop playing. They still arresting people. People think that they not getting arrested over there. But that's just to get you to stop, just like they want to. But what they really want to do is throw you on that ground and push you in that prison system. And by the grace of Allah, that you don't get killed or murdered by one of these clowns, hog-tied, stood over on. And if don't nobody show the video or say something, you gonna die unnoticed.
It's like they say about the incident with the police on the expressway. We didn't go there for no confrontation.
No.
We went there merely to let J.B. Pritzker know you ran to be governor and you came through our neighborhoods every day.
That's right.
Now that we're dying and we're disinvested, there's no economic opportunity and no real ability to have no upward mobility. We haven't seen you, governor. And we getting murdered in our communities every day. And as black men, we saying, hey, when we stop your cameras stop, we stop the trucks.
Yeah.
Now the first thing the doggone cop say, it's illegal to stop the interstate cameras.
Ain't that something?
So it's illegal to stop murders. I mean, to stop trucks and stop the interstate, but it's not illegal for guns to be trafficked in our community from Indiana, Memphis, Michigan, and Ohio, all these different surrounding states that the state trooper is supposed to stop.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Question.
You bring drugs across state lines. That's a federal offense.
Yes, sir.
But they doing they blocking them off.
So, bro, everything we do moving forward, I don't know how much time I got, Wanda. Okay, so everything we do, bro, we have to do it with a purpose and an urgency.
Yes, sir.
Because people listen as we wrap up. Real quick, before I wrap up, I want you to tell the people how they can find you, your Facebook, you got Instagram, and if they can reach out to you if they wanted to, but you're going to be here more.
Most definitely. I appreciate that, brother. I'm Najee Islam. You can find me on Facebook, Najee, Naji, Islam, Islam, on IG, Najee _Islam 3118. You can find me there. If you want to know what that means, you got to go to the Quran for this. I'm not getting holy on you. I'm just getting some common sense. Surah 3, chapter 3, verse 118. Look it up. Y'all know you got one because you got it on phone. You can look it on the phone. You look up everything else on Google. Who got what? Who on the PPP list? Who doing this? But you ain't trying to find out who taking this 30% from us, though. That's where you can find me. Hashtag we're not ops. Hashtag ECCSC. I'm in support of my brother and his ECCSC affiliates. Support your local weed man. Hashtag support your local weed man. www.supportyourlocalweedman.com. Man, y'all support them brothers and sisters out there. Man, I'm not trying to get the whole country high, but this is what I want y'all to do. Support the people who support in the neighborhood. They going to the stores. They might buy something from your little business. Now, I ain't gonna say little business because we trying to get you up. So they might buy something from you. Support them people.
With that being said, listen, my name is Tyrone Muhammad. I'm asking you all to continue to support one another, to continue to look into our various businesses and endeavors. We got the Black Gaming League we're trying to bring out. That's a multi-billion-dollar product right there. We got Support Your Local Weed Man. We're going to control the narrative of these cannabis dispensaries and CBDs and all of that in our communities. We got ECCSC. We have cabinet companies. We got everything, so we don't have to live off of no 501c3.
Yes, sir.
We're not 501c3 pimps.
Yes,
ECCSC is about bringing Black men back to themselves as formerly incarcerated men and forcing them or even encouraging them to give back to the community as much as we've destroyed, to give back just as much as we've taken from our families and our communities. So with that being said, people, you are listening and tuned in to IntellectualRadio.com. This is the Frontline Show, and we expect to see you on 923 West Weed Street tomorrow. Curaleaf, we're going back to Cresco. We're going back to all of these locations. We're going to GTI. We're going to Acreage. We're going to all these big dope dealers, and we telling them we want our daddy's records.
Support. Show
we
up for
want
an hour,
our money.
2 hours,
we want our money.
minutes.
We want our money.
Get up.
And thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Frontline Show.
Support your local weed man.